Recording in progress.
Hello to Daniel Barrie.
Hiya, you right?
Very well, thank you.
Yeah, very good.
So, how have you been a singer-songwriter for?
Oh, I've been doing it for about 6 years now. Ever since sort of after COVID, when things started opening up, that's when I started gigging and doing it as a career. But I've been writing songs since I was about 14.
So, was it like going to a recording studio when you first went there?
It was quite a weird experience. As again, it was in 2021, so it was during COVID. I was about 15 at the time when I got into recording, and it was just kind of odd with the whole sort of mass thing and being very kind of intimidated by that. But it's something you learn to get comfortable in because I've someone who's played guitar and sang it as something together, and I think having to split those up and then hearing yourself in your own sort of headphones and having to make sure everything's perfect, it's kind of a unique experience where you kind of overanalyze your own song. But kind of as I've gone on, I've got more comfortable with recording, and this album, Blue Shade of Grey, was recorded all by myself. I recorded the whole thing in my studio here.
At the end of the interview. So, tell me more about your debut single called Lay Me Down.
Yeah, so there's actually a few more, but they ended up going off. But Lay Me Down was a song that I wrote when I was about, I think, 17. I think that was when I wrote that and recorded that. And that song was kind of all about being in love with someone and finding them out. I mean, now I'm a bit older, I kind of look back and think, I didn't really know anything then, but it was kind of all about being with someone and sort of bearing your heart and your soul out to someone and sort of almost describing it in a kind of, I don't know, sort of field of lying down and sort of letting yourself be open to the elements. And I think that was what I was trying to get across, and I really like that song. It's a good one. I should play it a little bit more.
So, where do you get your inspiration for songwriting come from?
I think a lot of my songs tend to be stories. Like I've chatted with other songwriters when I've done like songwriting sessions or things like that. I tend to write about experiences that are unique to myself, or things that have happened, and I tend to write them, and they tend to be relatable because the subject matters can be broad and general, whether that's love, it's loss, it's going on nights out and that kind of stuff. But I try to write with a linear story and a development in mind.
So can you tell me more about single called Won't Leave a Scar?
Yeah, Won't Leave a Scar. That was recorded before I dropped out of university in 2022. That one, we were actually driving back from a show playing in Cambridge. About 3 days before the show, I was asked to play bass, which isn't my main instrument, but I do play it and I have gigged on it. And so I had to learn this set, and we were on this car journey to Cambridge and then back to Guildford where we were. And on the kind of way back, we were listening to Eagles songs, and I loved the song Desperado, and it was kind of loosely inspired by, I wanted to write a song with that chord progression that kind of slowly sort of meanders through with sort of beautiful changes. And so I decided that I wanted to write something about that, and it's about finding out that someone isn't the right person for you and knowing that it's hurting now and it feels all-encompassing, but because it wasn't the right person, it's not going to leave a scar for a long period of time. It's something that's a short pain that will go quickly.
So, number a single called Living a Lie.
Yeah, Living a Lie, I think, is my most streamed track. I think. It's one of my favourites to play. It's always kind of requested at live shows. That one is about leaving university. It's about leaving university and kind of finding myself out from that environment where it's all about going out, it's all about drinking, it's all about superficial partnerships and all that kind of stuff, and so it was about leaving that sort of part of my life behind and doing what I want to do. and living my kind of way, and how that sometimes people are like, you've changed, but they hadn't seen who you really are, and they think you've changed, but you're actually just acting now how you want to.
So could you tell me more about your band?
Yeah, so the band, it's a bit interchangeable, really. We've had a few members, and then we've lost them as well. At the minute, it is actually just me and my best mate Sean, who plays drums, and we're running a lot of stuff off tracks. So we're new to that world, and so I'm really excited because the sound's a lot bigger because we're able to have a lot more instruments on stage. But yeah, the band started out in 2024 for the EP launch at the Temperance, and yeah, it started out with David Ellis and Daniel Hewitt. David Ellis played guitar for about 3 or 4 months, and then Dan played bass for about a year and a half. And they're great. They're all brilliant musicians. The band's brilliant. They come in for the live shows, and they're a real live unit that are well gigged and very, very, very professional. But yeah, they're good mates and good lads.
So what was like to release your debut EP called Love and Lies?
Yeah, that was great. It was a really good experience. It was my first proper headline show. Like I've done sort of one-off shows, but to play it with a band and to do to sell it, we self-promoted the event, we put it on, and it was a physical EP rather than like an online distribution. It was really cool. It was amazing to have my own merch and to be able to do that. And it came out of a little bit of a tricky time in my life. So coming out of that and then being able to play with a band, and it was awesome. And I've got that EP always goes down well, and people love the tracks on that. So I'm really proud of that, and to be able to kind of do that, and then feels a bit full circle doing another launch show at the same venue with the album.
So, could you tell me about series called You Are Mine?
Yeah, You Are Mine is the only track that we recorded as a full band in the studio. So that was actually recorded on my 20th birthday. It was a bit of a present to go into the studio, kind of present to myself a bit. But we went in the studio, recorded that song. So it's got Sean McFadden on drums. It's got Daniel Hewitt on bass. And then the guitars are a mixture of me and David. And then I played the keyboards and sang on the song. And we got Sarah into record vocals. Sarah Morris, she's a brilliant vocal coach. She actually coached me up. But she came in to record harmonies, and that really filled out the sound to that song. I mean, I love it. It's got a kind of 80s vibe, and I think that's where kind of my catalogue transitions into the kind of newer sound that we've gone from. I think it's a really fun song, and we've always enjoyed playing that one.
So, can you tell me more about your latest single? This
Yeah. So See It Now.
See It Now.
Yeah. So See It Now, that's the lead single for this upcoming album, out on the 16th of January. Yeah, See It Now is a song all about going through a tough time in your love life, and then finally meeting the person who you know is the one, and kind of just realising that you've got through these clouds and this sort of false dawns and all that kind of stuff to finally meet the person who is the one and you love. And yeah, it was a story about me meeting my girlfriend. And I really love the song. It's full of energy, full of cool indie rock guitars, and yeah, it's quite an epic, I think, 3-minute sort of indie rock tune.
So, what was it like to write and produce and mix your latest album called Blue Shade of Grey?
Yeah, it's an amazing experience, really. I mean, it's full on because you've got no one else there to help, but it's great. I mean, to be able to have the full control of what the sound is, and also to be able to just have the freedom to do what you want, is really kind of freeing. But it's come from a reason. It's so expensive to record music, and especially kind of being a musician, I'm skint. So to be able to kind of find a way to get an album out, and I think that's what I wanted to work towards, and get the songs that I'd written out. I decided to teach myself to produce, and sort of build up my abilities over the last couple of years to be able to get to a point where I can produce my own album. And it's come out of necessity, but I think what it's birthed is a really brilliant album with 11 killer songs on there that are very well produced, and I had a great time recording.
So, can you tell me more, like, being an independent artist for you?
Yeah, being an indie artist, I mean, it's a necessity, you know. When you start out, that's what you've got to do, especially the way the industry is at the minute. You know, you've got to build up your own following, you've got to build up your own things, and no one's going to help you with that. And I'm very happy to do that. You know, I'm the kind of person who isn't going to sit on my arse and hope that things are handed to me. I'm going to fight for them, and I'm going to work for them. So for me, it works well. I love working for myself. I like having the goal to work towards. I mean, I have my wobbles, I have my times where I think, you know, am I doing the right thing? But being an indie artist is just about being authentic to yourself and doing the music you want to do. You've got no one telling you what to do. So, you know, you just create what you want, and you just remember that you are an artist at the end of the day, and that you're trying to create a product that people enjoy, but also reflects you as a person.
So what's it like going back down to the Temperance this coming Friday, release your debut album?
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, thank you to Adrian Gaines, who runs the Temperance. It is an awesome venue. It's really local to me. It's been nominated for loads of different awards, and it's a venue that I've always been happy to put me on, and always played me, starting out on their folk nights, and then just kind of building up to where he'd put me up for a main slot. And then I've played support slots there. I love playing there. It's a venue that I feel it's kind of usually about a yearly trip to do it, and I'm super excited to be hosting it there. It's a really nice, intimate venue. I mean, you're almost spitting on the audience, really. But yeah, it's a great venue. Super excited to be back there. I love playing there. The sound's always great. It's a brilliant room, and the audiences always listen. I think it's the perfect spot when you've got an album launch. You want to talk about the songs, you want to explain it, and we're going to put the whole album in full, and so it'll be the first chance people get to experience the album in person.
So now you've got a gig coming up in London, so tell me more about that as well.
Yeah, we're playing the Bedford in Balham. I think it will be my 4th or 5th time back there playing, which is awesome and amazing. It's such a prestigious venue with so many great artists playing there. You know, James Bay, Ed Sheeran, Natasha, Daniel Bedingfield. You know, you've got so many people who have played there, and then you've got Tony, who hosts it, and Rich is the sound guy, who are both amazing, and they make sure the evening runs smoothly. They make sure the place sounds incredible. It's such a awesome venue to get to play, and I'm super excited to play there on the 20th of January. It is free tickets, so if anyone's down in London, they want to come down and watch the show, we'll be there. It's going to be awesome. We get to play quite a few tracks from the album, and I'm super excited, and I feel very honoured to be playing there.
So, finally, can some listeners, we can find you on your social media?
Yeah, the listeners can find me at Daniel Barrie and the Drop Ds on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube, and they can find me on as Daniel Barrie, and that's Barry with an IE, on Spotify, Apple Music, and wherever else you listen to music. So that's how you get in touch with me. And we've also got a mailing. Sorry.
Carry on.
Oh, I was going to say we also have a mailing list which you can get on the website, which is danielbarryandthedropds.com. So if you go there, there's a mailing list, and you get a load of super exclusive content.
Hope your album launch goes well. See you on Friday.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, see you then.
And thanks for letting me interview you again.
Oh, cheers. Thanks for having me on. I really appreciate it. I'm always happy to come on and chat, and I really appreciate you having me and let me chat about my album.
Bye.
Bye.